Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen for Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine, and today I'm going to be creating a pop-up card similar to a diorama card with no specialty dies. The products that I'm going to be using today is from the Let's Stamp Together kit for February 2026, and this was designed by Trinity Stamps. It creates the cutest projects. I've seen some amazing inspiration already from the subscribers. Now, we do have a stamp set. You have a package of embellishments, a stencil, coordinating dies, and then there's two large oval shaped dies or egg shaped dies. And then there's one to die cut out the image that is like a sugar frosting type of design. I thought all of these were super cute and it brought back a lot of memories of growing up around Easter time because my mom actually used to make some of these sugar eggs. But what I really wanted to do was create kind of a pop up feature for my card. So I started out with a sentiment and the image from the stamp set, and I'm stamping that out on white cardstock using the obsidian ink from Gina K Designs. And then I'm going to hit that with my heat tool to make sure that that ink is nice and dry before I begin coloring. I will be using my Olo markers to do all of my coloring today, and a lot of times I will place another piece of white cardstock behind the piece that I'm coloring just so that I don't have any excess ink kind of getting back up into my cardstock in case I get a little too heavy handed. I'm doing some really quick coloring with very limited shading. Probably the most shaded is going to be my little water pond here, and then also the duck. I thought it'd be really pretty to have that be almost like a swan. I really liked the light grays, but because of the card project I was making, I decided to go with some yellows and just turn them all into these yellow ducks, kind of giving it more of that Easter theme. Now, my cattails in the background, I did with maybe just one or two colors. The little ducklings, I'm going to do with just maybe two markers. And then my mama duck does have a three marker color combination, which is typically the way I color when I'm using alcohol markers. It just really depends on how big of an area I have. If I have a small area like the little ducklings, then I'll maybe just do two colors by adding a light color first and then outlining one side with a darker shade. But the cattails were pretty tiny, so I didn't do any shading on those. I die cut the image and the sentiment out using the coordinating die, and then I also used the rest of that cardstock and some scrap cardstock to die cut out another of each of those. And I like to kind of stack my die cuts at least one time to add stability behind them, especially with my image of the mama duck and the ducklings, because that's going to go kind of on the front of my card, which is going to be like a diorama scene, is kind of what I was envisioning with this pop up feature. Now, to create the front of our pop up feature, we are going to need a piece of cardstock that is going to measure 5.5 by 6.25. So I dug out my Spellbinders paper trimmer. It has not only a cutting blade on it, but a scoring blade as well. So I line this up to be 5.5 by 6.25. And then I'm just going to slide this cardstock over, and we want to score it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on each side. So I'm not pressing real hard. That's why I'm going over those score lines multiple times to make sure that it has that nice crease in there. I can rotate my cardstock, go on the other side, and I'm going to score it again at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So this is going to give us the basic pop-up feature. You can add multiples in here. You can add even more, what we're going to say like an accordion style on the side if you want it to be even more springy. I will start folding the cardstock. So, really, the flattest part, the largest area that's flat is going to be the front of our card. So, I fold it down and then I fold it up on that edge, just as I'm folding here on screen, and then reinforcing the fold with my bone folder. You'll see how this all comes together in just a minute. So, it's going to kind of spring up on the front of our card project. Next, I'm going to open up those folds. I'm taking the smallest of the egg shaped die and I'm going to center it on this piece of cardstock. So that front piece should be measuring between the score lines 4.25 by 5.5. Now we have a window. So as I start folding along those lines again and kind of tucking that one flap underneath, you can see how this is going to start kind of popping up on the front of our card. But I want to reinforce the front of my card. So I took another piece of my cardstock. By the way, this is fairy tale cardstock from Spellbinders. I centered that same sized egg-shaped die on the front of that and ran that through the die cut machine. This is going to go behind my window. So I'm layering this in the back, which is okay if it doesn't line up completely perfect. The egg is going to line up no matter what, but I don't want my folds to catch. I want it to be nice and flat. So I trimmed off just a smidgen on each end. And then I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of this piece and place this over the top. Like I said, the key point is just making sure that your egg shape lines up. The rest of it can hang off a little bit, which you can always trim up with your scissors. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of a border at the bottom of my egg. So this is a piece of seaside cardstock cut to 4¼ by 5½. And just using my scissors, I kind of created a little wave, you could say. This is what my mama duck and her baby ducklings are going to be in. Now, originally, I didn't really like how I trimmed that, so I'm going to bring my scissors in and give that more of a rounded look. And then I can always kind of trim off my edges if I need to make sure that that is kind of fitting nice and flat. The edges on the right and left hand side aren't bumping into those creases. Behind my window, I want to create a little scene. So I have a piece of white cardstock cut to 4¼ by 5½ that I have stuck down to a sticky mat. And then I'm bringing in the cloudy stencil from Lawn Fawn, and I'm going to just lightly ink blend on some clouds. So I'm using a blending brush from Pink Fresh Studio along with some sea glass ink from Gina K Designs. I just really wanted some light blue clouds in the background. Doesn't matter what color. It could even be pink or purple if you wanted to match the front of your card. So each time I'm moving down the front of my cardstock, the sticky mat is holding my stencil down on the edges, and I can just rotate or even flip over my stencil. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that blue to the top of my water. I created a side folding card base, so that's going to measure 4¼ by 5½. I'm taking that cloudy background I created, adding tape runner to the back, and then placing that on the front of that card base that I just created. I'll add my water behind my window. So I added some liquid glue there on the bottom in the back, and then also on the very outer edges on the front of my water, if that makes sense. And then I can just add my water in there. So you won't see a lot of that. You're just going to see the little wave of it through the front. Now, to attach our pop-up feature, I am adding liquid glue to those two, well, a 1/2-inch strips that's going to connect to the front of our card. So just the very outer edges of that panel is what is going to get glued down, because then it is going to have that fold in there and that kind of little accordion pop-up. So it's not very springy because I only added the one accordion feature in there. But like I said, you could add a couple more depending on the size of your cardstock to give it more of a pop-up. Now you are going to want to place something heavy on top of that and let that sit for a few minutes so that it really adheres down together. And I finished off by adding my mama duck and ducklings, and then of course my sentiment. Now, this does stand up nicely on a tabletop or on a mantle. You can see it's got that fun little diorama feature to it. Like I said, not a lot of pop-up, but think of it as it's really no different than adding foam tape to your project. So if you were to pop up a panel with foam tape, it would be about the same dimension, if not maybe even a little less. So if you like the more pastel look, this is definitely your color scheme. But off screen, I'm sorry I hit the stop button on my record, but off screen, I die cut out another one of those panels from a purple glitter cardstock from Lawn Fawn. I still had that sugar egg in mind, and so I wanted to glitter it up, add some sparkle to the front of it. So that is another version of it. Everything else is still the same. I just changed it up and added another panel over the top with that glitter cardstock. Now, there's other ways that you could step this up. Like I said, maybe starting with a larger piece of cardstock, adding more folds for that accordion feature, or you could even add acetate behind your window if maybe you wanted to add that icing stamp set that's included in the kit. I just thought by creating this pop-up, it was something just a little bit different and playful. Hope you enjoyed today's video and have some inspiration out of it. Thank you so much for joining me today.